When you're arrived with devastation, there's a simple explanation. You're a toy maker's creation, trapped inside a crystal ball, and whichever way he tilts it, know that we must be resilient. We can't let them break our spirits as we sing our silly song. When I was a little filly, a galloping blaze overtook my city. They shipped me off to the orphanage, said ditch those roots if you want to fit in. So I dug 1,000 holes and cut a rug with orphan foals. Now memories are blurred, their faces are obscured, but I still know the words to this song. When you've bungled all your bangles and your loved ones have been mangled, listen to the jingle jangle of my gypsy tambourine. Though these chords are hypnotizing and the whole world's harmonizing, please children stop your crying as you sing along with me. Okay, sorry, that was a song and I have it stuck in my head and I just drank espresso. I'm so hyper. Anyway, I just got off the phone with Josh. There's so many Joshes, it's super confusing. Okay, because there's Josh Gardner, and he's like really cool, smart kid, and he's 2 grades under me, and he's really smart, and he's in my same Spanish class, and I just love him so much. And then there's Josh Beeler, who's my friend's Chris' little brother, and he's, I don't know, he's kind of like the annoying little brother in my life, but I do love him too. He's just the most obnoxious person, and he makes my life happy. And then there's Josh Knapp, and he's this Asian kid, and he's a freshman, and he's really nice, and he's freaking hilarious. I love that kid. And then there's Josh Rakes, who's my bro since 1st grade, and then there's Josh Horner, who is just a wonderful person who graduated from high school last year. Yeah, and so I just got off of the phone with that Josh, alumni Josh, and so we were talking about this parody of a My Little Pony episode, I'm Not Ashamed, and there's this song in it, and it was that song I sang you because it's really well done. And I'm so excited. I'm so hyper because I drank so much espresso. Alright, so today I took a walk. And it was a really good walk because there are leaves everywhere, and I just love fall so much. And I got a bunch of pictures of the fall leaves and stuff, and I'm gonna put them on Facebook tonight, and I'm so excited. And I did a lot of thinking, which was healthy. I like thinking. And it wasn't the sort of thinking where it's like, this is raising more questions than it's answering. It was the sort of thinking where I can clear and organize my thoughts. Didn't necessarily answer all of the questions I have, but it helps me put them in their proper little boxes in my brain. And so now I know I know why I've been anxious lately. I don't know why, but today I was just so bothered. I woke up this morning, then I went to school. I was just angry at everything. I felt like I did not have the capacity to handle the day. To handle it, I wasn't sane enough. I was having one of those days, if you've ever had those. And so, I don't know, after she taught the lesson during math, I excused myself to go to the restroom, and I just went, and I breathed, because I was getting I was hyperventilating, and then I kicked at the cinder block wall a little bit, and then I talked to myself in the mirror, and I was like, okay, Bethany, so here's what's going on. Spiritual warfare, lack of gratitude, and I just went through the list of things that were probably going on in my mind, and then I prayed a little bit, and so I was pretty much fine the rest of the day. I was still a little anxious, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it was, and God totally gave me the patience to deal with people today, which I really needed, and that was super. And then, where was I going with that? Anyway, so that walk, though, that I took with God was even more helpful. Excusing myself during math class was the first step of getting to where I am now. And then I took that walk, and it was just wonderful. And then I came back from my walk, and I was excited because it was fall, and it was just I feel snuggly. So I snuggled up on the sofa, and I took a nap for 2 hours. Does my hair look bad? I never even looked. Nah, it's not that bad. So I snuggled up and I took a nap for 2 hours, and then my parents were like, we're going on a date. See you later. Because it's Friday night, you know? And so I was like, okay, that's cool. And now I'm walking around talking to myself. Well, actually not entirely myself. You're listening too, but even then you're not listening to me as I'm saying it. So I guess I'm talking to myself. But anyway, what was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, I got off the phone with Josh, and we talked for about an hour. And it was just really good to hear from him because that kid is awesome. And France Pants came. France is another friend of mine, a really good friend of mine that graduated last year. And I was so excited to see her. I straight up got out of my chair during Spanish. I just ran and hugged her. And she pretty much almost fell over. That's the best kind of hug. And so that was probably the highlight of my day, seeing France Pants, because I love that girl. And then we played Mexican horse racing, which is a really fun game. And here's what you do. So you get in a circle. And then you have everybody sit in a circle, and the way it's played is whoever cheers for their horse the loudest wins. It can have up to 5 players. And so the horses' names are Arted, Chipotle, Chimichanga, Mariposa, and what was it? There was another one. Chiquita. Okay, and the rule is you like pound on the ground and then you're yelling hoof, and then you have to scream the name of your horse. And so Arted always wins. If you don't understand it now, you'll just have to play and tell me if you get it. Alright? So, hoof, and then the name of your horse. Anyway, so we did that, and David won because he was Arted, and he was really embarrassed about it. That might give you a hint. Anyway, so that was super fun. And then I came home, and I think my carpool thinks I'm really weird because, like, well, Marissa, the little girl I ride home with, she's actually not that little. She's an 8th grader now, but she's just little in my head because she's like my baby sister. She and I talk about really, really odd things, and I'm starting to think her dad thinks I'm just a freak, which I am, but at the same time, I kind of don't want him to think I'm a freak, because I love his daughter, and I don't want him to think I'm going to be a bad influence on her, because I'm not. But anyway, so I got home, and then did all those things that I told you about earlier, with the walking, and then the napping, and then the waking up, and the espressoing, and now I'm video making, and it's a good time. Okay, in the comments box, tell me where it is a place that you like to go to think. My place is the park by my house that I walked to earlier today. It's just been a significant part of my childhood, and it's so pretty, and there's just these hills and then a bunch of really full-grown trees that you can climb, and it's just wonderful. And if you stand at the right place in the park, then you can see out, and you can see the park here, or the park here, and then behind that you can see the Aurora city skyline, and then behind that you can see Los Montañas, and then if it's at sunset, it's just pure masterpiece-ness. It's so gorgeous. And especially with the sunsets we have here, they're just magnificent, and I love living here, and I'll never stop telling you that. Alright, so yeah, I'm so happy that you watched my vlog, and I hope your days are going wonderful, and mwah! Yeah, I love you. Hope your days are going fantastic. Bye! Mwah!